Day traders, listen up. If you've been searching YouTube for how to trade low float stocks, pre-market high breakouts, or Discord institutional levels explained, this one's for you. Today I'm showing you exactly how I turned $24,000 into $34,000 in one morning, trading one stock, taking one trade, and trading a nano float. You're about to see why this strategy keeps delivering and why understanding risk and reward, institutional levels, and volume logic can change your trading forever. You've been told to buy the breakout or copy the gurus. That's not trading. That's guessing. I'm Susie, and I teach a predictive trading strategy that actually makes sense. Price structure, key levels, and volume shifts. This channel is educational only. So let's take a look at today's chart and trade, and I'll show you the difference. Our Discord alert triggered. PAPL had just run from the $3.80 range all the way up to $4.90 on thin volume in just a few minutes. No news yet, but I told my group this one had real interest. Watch it at the open. Wait for volume, wait for the setup. At opening bell, buyers came flooding in above the pre-market high. That was my cue. I went in with a market order breakout entry, and my order filled at 7:32 a.m. Mountain Time. Now here's what trips up most traders. Market order slippage. My fill wasn't where I wanted it. I expected some slippage, but the slippage for this trade initially put me on edge because instead of a $5.40 entry that I was thinking I'd get with my stop at $5.30 for an expected risk of only 10 cents, I ended up with an entry at $5.70 and a risk of 40 cents. That's a big difference. That meant I needed at least $1.20 per share reward to keep my 3-to-1 asymmetric compounding intact. But here's where predictive trading has the real edge. The next Discord institutional level, well, that was at $7.20. That was mapped out in advance as my minimum target. Doable? Well, the chart setup pointed to a very favorable trend. Price held my entry beautifully. $7.20 was not only doable, it was realistic. As the move continued, price floated above the 9 EMA, almost the entire way toward the $8.60 institutional level. It came within 2 cents of hitting that level. But here's where reading structure matters. When price floats above the 9 EMA without testing support, it's often a setup for a deeper pullback. And we hadn't seen a pullback to the 34 or the 50 EMA since 7 a.m. Mountain Time in pre-market. So when price stalled around this $8 to $8.20 range, with buyers unable to defend the 9 EMA in this obvious tug-of-war pattern, I sold as price hovered in that $8 range at around $8.03, locking in over $10,000 in profit in just 22 minutes. A halt isn't a red flag. It's a spotlight. PAPL halted before even hitting our $7.20 institutional target. That's the moment most traders get nervous. They cut size or they dump too early. But the reality is this. A halt inside a strong trend isn't danger, it's confirmation. If the next institutional level is still ahead, the halt is just the market pausing, while volume stacks up to push there. Nervous traders sell. Disciplined traders, with our predictive edge, smile and wait for the story to finish. I always tell my group of traders, don't fear the halt. Instead, fear not knowing your levels. When you've got predictive targets mapped out in advance, halts lose their power to scare you. The chart already told us where price wanted to go. According to Investopedia, institutions account for roughly 80% of daily market volume. And yes, that includes stocks under $5. Don't let anyone tell you institutions don't trade cheap stocks. The levels prove otherwise. Those institutions trade even the cheap nano floats like PAPL. Traders who use the predictive strategy that we use trade from structure, not hope. We started this challenge at just $513, and after today's trade, the balance sits at $34,629.28. That is an impressive 6,650% growth in just 13 trades. That's the power of asymmetric compounding paired with this strategy. We're closing in on that brand new adventure truck, one step at a time. If you found this breakdown valuable, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and click the bell icon. Every video that we have in this series is packed with education you won't find anywhere else, and you don't want to miss what's next. So guys, if you're serious about leveling up your trading game and achieving a 95% win rate, join us today at MomentumStockTraders.com. Here's what you get when you join, and it's everything I'm using every single day in each of my trades. You get live trade guidance, and I walk you through every single trade every single day. You get our custom scanners and charting tools, the same ones I use to spot the setups before they make that big move. You get access to our amazing private Discord channel, and this is where the action happens. You get AI-assisted alerts so that you're never left guessing when things are heating up. You get those key institutional levels, not the retail stuff. These are real levels where the institutions position their trades, and you'll get full breakdowns of each trade at the end of every day so that you can actually learn why a trade worked. But best of all, you're going to get real-time one-on-one mentoring from me personally and be a part of a fantastic community of really serious day traders. So who is this for? This is for any trader who is serious about leveling up their game. It's for struggling traders who've been struggling with profits that are too small and losses that are too big, or struggling with inconsistency in their win rate. So if that's you, this is the place for you, because this program solves all of those struggles. This is not a copy my trades service. It's real education. It's real trade guidance. It's a real platform to help you grow your skills and your edge. And guys, here's a brutal fact. If you're copy trading, you're just reacting to somebody else's click. That's emotional trading. That's not a strategy. You're already late for the game. What's our edge? Insider chart reading skills that actually fuels the action, not reaction. Our edge is profit, not panic. Our community inside is crushing it every single day. So if you're ready to stop second-guessing yourself and start trading with clarity, join us at MomentumStockTraders.com right now. And thanks so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes today. I hope you found this video helpful. And remember, trade smart, trade patient, and trade focused. And let's grow those small accounts together. And I'll see you in the next video.